Anti-Afro Svengalis, listen people, before I posted any more content, I wanted to make sure this message went out, and the message is loud and clear. And it goes to King Kong Crazy, it goes to B.Hole.Pic Bernice, let me see your handcuffs, Kimberly Chandler, and yes, Glorione, this is my opportunity to loop you in. If any threats of violence against me resumes, whether it's on or offline, you all are going to be reported to law enforcement agencies, and one of those agencies is going to be the FBI. Now, let me make this clear. I don't have people in my life that threaten me. So any threats I may be getting, which I'm not offline, I'm just letting you know, it's likely to start online because you are trying to get a certain person agitated by floating a story. Bullshit lies. You don't care. You just want the threats to resume. And you all are aware the person is contraband on this channel. You know this. I've posted this. And a couple of you, at least a couple of you, have emails. You didn't post those emails? Look what's happening here. This story in your sector, y'all, because I'm not part of any sector. I was here first as a person who did concentrated content on Umar Johnson. I'm not the first person who did Umar Johnson videos. I had a certain approach with what I was doing here. You all came to me, but there's no way any person who cares about me would put me in harm's way, and nobody has. We haven't mentioned this person's name. I did no videos, although you all are eating it up, getting all this content. I've said nothing, and neither has anyone that cares about me. I believe Rev G slipped up once and said the name. You all are the ones that are trying to get something going, not me. I haven't done a single video. I've made no mention. And when this person was in videos, I beeped out the name. So you can't say I'm instigating anything. You all are trying to instigate what you want to have happen to me. You made it very clear in more ways than one, and that's clearly documented. But you know about it. I have proof. I have proof that you were fully aware of the situation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow the lead of my law enforcement contact. No threats have resumed, but if they do, I'm going to file a police report. Let me make this clear. There is no law against somebody getting online and speaking about people. Even with the Tasha K situation, which was not criminal, it was civil, just the same. The court didn't totally and completely restrict Tasha K from talking about Cardi B. That's a very hard reach for First Amendment. They were very specific about the things she could not say. They didn't say you can't ever talk about her again. Same applies to me. No one says you should be restricted from doing any commentary on me. It's the fact of the matter that I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get threats on my life to resume by bringing up a certain person, running these certain scenarios, trying to tell the person that I doxed him, all of these things. You are trying to goat the individual, and it would be very foolish for that person to take you up on what you're trying to do. And I saw it didn't work, but the fact that you're trying to do it is noted. It's documented. All of the live streams that you were on doing this have been captured. They have been sent to me. Now, let me tell you this, King Kong Crazy. I have no idea what your situation is, whether or not you're working. I'll find out if you're working, and I'll be reporting you to your employer. And if you do have an insurance certificate, coming for that as well. You are not going to get up here on the internet, act like I did something to you, and try to use that to justify and question whether or not a situation is what it is. Well, you'll have the cops showing up at your door if any of these threats resume. And not only that, if there aren't criminal charges pressed, I'm going to take you to civil court. You know exactly what you're doing. Let me see your handcuffs. Let me tell you what's coming for you. A lot is coming for you. I'm going to be reporting you again to your school district. I don't care what it takes. If I have to call Rev G in to help me to get the media on your ass, I'll do just that. You are so out of line. You think you're going to get up on a platform and try a lie on me? There is documentation as to who put that person's name in a live stream. The first person who did it was King Kong Crazy. Stop your freaking lying. You are not going to get up here lying on me and try to put my life in danger. Now, Glorione Murray, this is where you had a reprieve and you can't seem to take advantage of it. There was somebody else on your ass and I let this person go for you and I backed off. But what did you do? You came up here floating these bizarre stories about saying that there was a warrant for your arrest and I said the cops were looking for you. Please put up the screenshot or play the audio when I said the police were looking for you. When did I say that? I never said that. I mean, maybe you say these things just to try to get this fake sympathy. What I said, are you listening now? You did not show up for a hearing that you were requested to show up at. So if everybody's lying on you, Glorione Murray, where is your counter documentation? I don't have to get up here and show anybody jack shit. If you don't want to accept the information that I put out initially, that's your problem. You get up here and tell everybody exactly what's been going on with you. You are a liar, and you very possibly could have been arrested when you got up here and trying to tell a person who you know is engaging in behavior that puts people's life at risk. I could have gone for your certification as a peace officer. Now, people are around here talking about, oh, AAS is licensed. None of you have any information that can even come anywhere near getting me sanctioned or disciplined by a licensing board. There is absolutely no law in this land that says a professional can't defend him or herself. Of course, it's the manner and how you do it. None of my defenses has involved threatening your lives. It has involved me responding to the bullshit that you're trying to perpetrate on me and get me to accept. I can get up here and record videos as often as I want, as long as I am not violating YouTube policy, as long as I'm not violating the law. No law enforcement official has ever told me, maybe you shouldn't be posting online. They have told me what you should do is avoid mentioning a certain person. So if this person starts to threaten you again, we have a clear shot. Go ahead and talk shit about me, but you trying to put me in harm's way is what I'm targeting. And I will go after each and every one of you. If criminal charges are not pressed, if law enforcement says, you know what, this doesn't quite meet criteria, I'm going to initiate civil action. At this point, I don't care how much money it costs. I'm not going to run out of any money. When it comes to my rights, I will never run out of any money. I will take each and every one of you into civil court and show the judge the pattern of your conduct. You folks are up here raging at me, yelling at me for what? No threats on your life. Nothing was ever done to you. You just decided you didn't like the fact I didn't want to do what you told me to do. I didn't want to be a slave in your live stream. I didn't want to be your flunky in these discourse groups. I never wanted to do any of that. So this is what you do. You retaliate against me and you think you can put my life in danger. This is your only warning. Like, let me see your handcuffs. You didn't get enough. The Houston Police Department jacked you up. If you didn't get enough of Marcellus getting up in your ass, trust you me, we will continue to make sure you are held accountable for what you're doing. You're supposed to be a public servant, for God's sake. And what are you doing? You're coming for families. All you folks are coming for people's families because you can't get the people online to respond to you in the way you want them to respond to you. Grow the freak up, for God's sake. Again, this is the only warning you're going to get. The next will be a visit from law enforcement. If your threats or your actions don't meet criteria, you will be served with a civil suit. Now, King Kong Crazy, you mentioned something about you're going to take legal action. We'll take legal action. In fact, I'll give you a chance to sue me first. Then I'll come roaring back with my evidence. Go ahead and spend your money and sue me. I'm not asking for anyone's permission to approve what I'm saying or what I'm doing. This is how I handle things. You're not going to put me up on YouTube and make me your threat content. You're not going to make me your harassment content. You're not going to make me your slander content. This is the course I'm going to be taking. It's what I do for a living. I don't let anybody mess with my clients. I don't let anybody mess with me. I don't let anybody mess with anyone I care about. You had damn well better believe I will not spare any expense when it comes to defending my safety and my rights. People, you know there is much more to come. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.